Okay, the last principle, number 6. Love is the motive. I believe that all of us are motivated by love of some sort, whether it be love for money. For people like me, we love sports. Love for sports. My girlfriend doesn't like it, but hey, that's her issue. What she thinks about me and what I love is none of my problem. That's the way I look at it. And for those people that, love for people and love for other things, people are really motivated by love. And I also believe that love is the most powerful force on earth for shaping and changing people's lives. So we talked a lot about loving ourselves, right? Loving yourself will get you started. And as that love grows, you can share that love with other people. So they may learn to love themselves even more as well. Keep on spreading that love. And thankfully for me, at age 12, when I was adopted, I didn't know a whole lot about love. I mean, I felt it from my Korean mom growing up. But after having gone through that experience, feeling thrown away, I kind of lost that. I remember my dad, he picked me up from the airport and we drove about an hour to our house. He opened up the front door and asked me to get in. And as soon as my mom saw me, she ran to me, literally ran to me, and gave me the biggest hug and told me that she loved me. She said, "I love you, Lee." As I mentioned, not speak English very well, okay? So even back then, I really didn't know how to speak English at all. But I did understand what that word meant. I just didn't know how to feel it. And truthfully, when she told me that she loved me, I didn't believe her. I mean, think about it. How could you love someone that you've never even met? I know that that's possible now. Back then, as a little kid, I didn't know. But from that point on, she told me that she loved me on a daily basis. "I love you, Lee. I love you, Lee. I love you, Lee." But because I didn't feel the love for her, I couldn't say that back to her for the longest time. Finally, after several months of hearing that on a daily basis, when she said, "I love you, Lee. Have a great day," I said, "I love you too, Mom." And then I ran out. That's the first time I said, "I love you." Actually, ever. To anybody. And from that point on, I started to really feel what love is like. And at some point, I was able to give that back. And my mom's love is the thing that changed my life around. And my mom's love is the reason why I was able to forgive my dad. And because of her love, I was able to find God in my life. And just to kind of finish this up, I had an opportunity to go back to Korea 5 years ago. And I was able to stay there for a few months. And during that time, I had an opportunity to meet with my dad again. And we had lunch, quick lunch. He didn't have a lot of time. And he'd always tell me to be a good person. But that's his theme speech, I guess. And after we had great lunch, took some pictures, we separated. And I started calling him a few times. He didn't always answer. Once in a while, he'd pick up to see how I was doing and also to tell me to be a good person. And but we didn't have a whole lot of interaction. I remember the last day in Korea, I was actually at the airport. And, I called my friends and saying goodbye to everybody. And then I wanted to call my dad one last time. I was hoping that he'd pick up. And when I called, he actually did pick up. We chit-chatted for a little bit, and this is what he told me at the time. He said, "Lee, you're a treasure in our family." He even to this day, he has never told me that he loved me, not once. But I believe that that was his way of telling me that he loved me. And that was the only time that I've ever heard him say that he loves me in his own way. Love really is powerful. It really can change people's lives. And I hope that you can use those 3 lists that I told you about earlier to by reading that on a daily basis to have greater love for yourself, because it will help you do that. And maybe think about some other ways where you can, develop greater love for yourself as well and for others. And applying the principles that I shared with you today, it really will help you live a happier and more fulfilling life. As I mentioned, I'm a living proof. If an illegitimate orphan Korean boy like me can smile, laugh every day, nearly everyone can as well. That's what I firmly believe. So let me finish with this quote. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. Happiness is not tomorrow, it is right now. Happiness is not dependency, it is a decision. Happiness is who you are, not what you have. Thank you so much, everybody. I sincerely hope this benefited you in some way. And I really believe that if you apply these principles on a daily basis, it really will probably help you live a more happier and more fulfilling life than I am living right now. Do whatever you can to find greater love for yourself. And once you have that, share that with other people. Thank you so much, and make today the best day yet for yourselves.